It's called the Earl of Hindon. I'll play it for you. No, sorry, it's got two flats, but it should have three. It's in C minor. It's just a little bit different than that. You know what I mean? Great key, C minor. Sad C. It's the middle of the piano, but sad. Anyway, I love it. It's great. We're gonna get it. It's gonna be awesome. Yep, that's so it's in C minor. Like there's only two flats in the key signature, but it's actually in C minor. So the other flat should be what? A. Yeah, but now let's see, is there any A's? So that's how they do it. Yeah, nope. No A's. It's got a flat on it. Yeah, so that's how they do it. That's how they trick you. You think you're only playing in two flats, but you're not. Now we're not going to repeat this tune. I think it's much better single. Yeah, much better. Just me playing it. It's nice. Oldie but a goodie. Your time for a solo. That's mhm. We'll practice the scale first. It'll be good. It is a nice key. But I remember the first time I was up against that key, it was with the Magic of Ireland. We were doing this tune in C minor. I had a lot of trouble back then with the flats. So I had to kind of stick to one thing all the time with that particular song. You lose two of them. You don't lose all of them, but you lose two of them. And you hang on to those bottom ones for dear life. Yeah. On the A string, you mean? Yeah, it is. Tell the wife I'm not here. Big migration. That's what I call it. Yeah, it's a really good idea. Now, a couple of things about that though is there's a couple of life preservers. That's what I call them. So, and they are your third finger notes. All the third finger notes are still exactly where they should be, meaning that they should ring. Even though you got all this darkness, you look for those ringers and you know you're in the ballpark. If you start to migrate, you're gonna lose that. And also it'll feel uncomfortable. That's the other thing, like weird part of the neck or whatever. We have no references on the fiddle, so we just gotta kind of feel it out, you know. B and E. And they just don't have any A's. They're taking pity on you. There's one A. Two. Well, yeah, but we're playing it single. So there's one. Oh no, there's two. You're right. There's two. Because now the nice thing about the tune is that it's a two for ending. So once we get the ending, that's half the tune. You can tell my father's a salesman, eh? The Earl of Hinford. It's hard. Yeah, there are protestations. Oh, it's going to be great. Absolutely. Hey, Marie. Test the audio here. this tune again while we're waiting. I found it hard to, when I was working on it today, I found it hard not to start clenching because of the flats and thereby flatten. I hit something wrong there. It's a tough one. Hey, Darwin. Grant. Hi, Grant. 2 Grants at the same time. One virtual Grant, one real Grant. You're getting ripped off, Darwin. Oh yeah. Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool. I love the post you did there on Facebook. That looked great. Looked like a great time. Yeah. Totally cool. Jealous. Hey, Glenn. How are you? Yeah, go ahead. It's yours. No, don't worry about it. You're good. Hey, Gerald. Small group tonight. Nobody wanted to tackle the gal. There's Catherine. Hey, Catherine. How are you? These are the brave undaunted. Are you? You feel daunted? It's okay. We'll get rid of all the daunts. All right, well, we might as well get started. Okay, hi everybody. So I hope you like the set. It sounds great. Like when I played it back, the key changes are so nice. Once we master all the tunes, it's just going to be great. Anyway, but it's a tall order. I think we're up for it now. So we were just talking before the rest of everybody arrived. We were talking about like the hardest tune in the bunch there, which is the Earl of Hindon, and it's in C minor. Now I know that's what my wife said actually, even the wife, and so you might notice that it only has 2 flats in the key signature. But it's actually in C minor. It's just that there's no A's. There's only 2 A's. Do you see the A's? They have a flat next to them. Okay, and there's only 1 per part. It's in the ending. So it is in C minor, even though the key signature's making you think that it's easier than it is. It's not. It's harder. No, it's not that bad. There's no A's. No big deal. You just don't touch your A string, that's all. No major chords, no. No. Did you find some chords for it?
Yeah, we're all good to go.
Oh, that's good.
It's just learning them.
Yes. I know you got that. Some people use a capo. I don't know. Could help, you know. Oh, there's Eileen.
About 3 capos.
Well, Brian, so because you know my buddy Brian in my band, he tunes his guitar D-A, 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 right? The only person I know in the world that does that. But it means that he has to use capos to change key, and he has 2 of them. So sometimes he'll have 2 on the neck, and they flick off. So you flick this little thing and they come off, right? So he'll have, on the nice Martin guitar, it works really well. So he has 2 of them on the neck, and so he'll be playing a tune, say in C, and then the next one is in B minor. He'll flick off the C one, and he's in B minor. And it's really cool because he does it in time, and when he hits the thing hits the floor right as we change key, which is kind of cool. And I have heard of 3 on there. So it's done. Yeah, well, you need a good guitar. So Brian's old Martin from 1937, it won't work. Because as soon as you flick the one off, it's out of tune. He has to retune it. But now the new one, 1953, that is really good. It's never a problem. See what I mean? So you do have to have a good guitar. But I think you got a decent one there, John.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. And you too there, Grant. I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
Gibson, songwriter.
Gibson, there you go. Okay, so let's see. How are we going to start? So we got the easy tune to start with. I love that waltz. It's been in my head. The Drunk at Night, yeah. So we'll start with that. So why don't we start off with a very cheerful, not challenging D major scale that we all know and love. Nothing to guess about at all. Now, did I hit record on this? Yes, I did. The Drunk at Night and Dry in the Morning. Oh, is it in A?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in D. Okay. A. Even cheerier. Is the Strathspey in A as well? Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay, here's your low A, people. Lovely. Let's do it. Ready? Oh, wait, gotta mute everybody. Sorry. Always
No,
forget
you
that.
can tell you're in the key of A. You got your A string, you look at the A string here, and when you're in the right, you got it right, this will vibrate.
Absolutely, very good there, Earl. Now I was teaching a workshop on Sunday in Hamilton, and we were talking about that, the natural resonance of the strings. So I was playing my D on the A string, and there was a guy who had a pretty nice fiddle, and he was sitting there, and he was like, "Wow, my D string is vibrating and ringing D on my fiddle." See what I mean? So it's a sign. So, and that's what my teacher used to always get me to listen for, because there were no tuners. So like, are you hearing the violin resonate to know that you're in tune? So very good. It was to something called Kate Fest. It was named after my friend Kate Murphy, who was a piano player. And there was a bunch of people taking a bunch of different lessons. Darwin was there. And your daughter's name is? Jennifer, yeah, doing piano. And she's sold now. She's going to give up everything and play piano. It's awesome. Yeah, you'll have to find one, yeah. Okay, here we are again. Very good. Ready? Go. Pretty good A at the bottom. Couple of little squawky ones though. Let's try the arpeggio. Ready? Go. Not too bad, not too bad. You're learning there. Let's do it the scale and one more time. Ready, scale. Okay, so the scale was really good. The arpeggio, the first two notes were really sharp for everybody. I don't know why you all were so sharp. And then on the way down, it kind of corrected itself almost. Okay, one more go. And you Zoom guys, you just sounded awful. I don't know what's going on, but geez. 1, 2, 3, go. That's good. good. Now, quick survey. What's your favorite double stop in the key of A? Is it the 5th? Is it the 4th? Or maybe this one here? Or this one here? This one here? Or the octave? Who likes the 5th? And you better all raise your hands enthusiastically. Let's try it. That's the 1 on the G string and the D string. You know, you guys can do this too, you know. You also have 5ths. Okay, really good, really good. Now let's see, what about the 4th? Let's try that one. So that's D1 and open A. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's try this one. This is a little harder. It's a 2-finger one. So it's D1, being an E on your D string, and C sharp on the A string. Pretty good. Good. Okay, now let's flip that over. Let's play C sharp and the open E string. That's a 3rd. Now, that's pretty good. Let's try the octave. So that's going to be the 3rd finger on the E and the open A. Yay! That came into tune. So when I went out like that, it just all kind of filled out. Okay? Let's try those again one more time. So we got the 5th at the bottom. Let's do this here to it. Okay, let's do the 4th. Let's do this one here. So E and C sharp. Okay, let's flip it over. C sharp and E. Okay, now let's do the octave at the very top. Sounded pretty good. Okay, let's do Drunk at Night and Dry in the Morning. I had my cousin over on the weekend. I never met him since I was I think I met him when I was 8 or something like that. His name is Andrew. He was out of his mind. He stayed for 2 nights. He came to the gig with me and the boys. It was a time. Woo! It was a great time, but I was exhausted. Anyway, okay, shall we? Lovely, we're all very good A's. Okay, do it. Okay, I have trouble getting this one started. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, not too bad. So some rhythmic stuff. First of all, the long notes are longer than you think. All of them, especially the very first note, the C. So that's the beat one. I think that's what screws me up about it too. So see that? Now here it is without the pickup. See how that works there? That's the main statement there. Also in the endings. So you got to hold that dotted half. And remember, a dot puts half the value. So that dot is worth a quarter note. Okay, it's a long wait, I know. So that's why you should do something. A double stop, maybe. A little grace note or an improvised little thing that's beautiful. That we all look at you and go, oh, that's great. Anyway, and that'll pass the time. And the same thing with the half notes. So the half notes are deceiving, especially going into the very last part. So hold that out. Now, so guitar players, some of these chords I do not agree with that were here before. So the F sharp minor kind of works,
Yeah,
but this C sharp minor business does not work.
right.
I wouldn't bother with it at all. I would just do another A.
Okay,
Okay? And I would do that every time it says C sharp minor, I would do that.
okay.
Instead of the A.
No, F diminished is there a couple of times. And
Oh, where's that at now?
on third line, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Third line.
Measures.
Oh, okay. Now I think that worked, didn't it?
Okay.
Let me see. Let's start that line. Just me and the guitars. So third line. Ready to go. No, that's weird. That's somebody's stupid idea, man. So what would you do there? Just go back to D.
D.
Okay.
Let's try that. Just see if it works. Ready to go. That's fine. Or I think you go to an E. Yeah, an E. Because it's the same lick as from the first part, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So maybe that F is supposed to be an E. Just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, any other weird things? Every time. Do that every time. Play an E there instead.
Glad.
Okay? Yeah.
Is that my voice?
These seem like somebody's kind of attempt at jazziness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both, the F diminished and the, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Minor.
And you got to remember what Dan R. McDonald said when they asked him to play Here Comes Santa Claus at a party. No, I'm sorry, I don't play jazz.
Technically, too, the third line up from the bottom, that A at the end of the line should have a dot on it.
It should. Actually, they all should.
No.
No? No, you're right. You're right. That one does need a dot. You're right. Because there's no pickup for the last part. So stick a dot on there.
First two bars of the second line, the rhythm is kind of.
First two bars of the second line. Oh, yeah. That's how it goes. Yeah. You want to go. But that's not what it is. It's much more Scottish than you imagined. Okay, does that help? Let's do it again. And they're basically an ornament, right? It's really nice. It's just kind of, that's all it is. Okay, let's give her a go.
Build in racing.
Exactly. The Scottish guys did a lot more of that than the Irish guys. Included the melody type of thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Much better. Everybody feeling okay? It's pretty easy, eh? And the chords are way better now. It works great. I was going to say there's one other weird thing though. Second last bar in the second last line. See that F sharp minor?
Yeah.
I don't know if that works there. I think you should just do an A. Okay. Other than that, we fixed it all. In terms of direction, it's kind of a longish tune, so you need some ideas. So if it were me, it would be kind of starting out regular, whatever that is. So that's kind of the main thing. And then this part here, I'm kind of doing it subtly. I'm coming a little back with it. Now, I don't know if it's just because of my E string. I don't want it to be too harsh, but it is kind of like an ornament there. So I'm just kind of going. Can you see that move I'm doing? So you hear the pitch for like a second. You do a nice little slidey, little speedier bow, and it's just lovely. So that's how I'm doing that. So a little bit more subdued. And then I kind of finish it off, with more force. And then I start ramping it up for the D part. I like to come up for it. See that? Now, not too much, because the most of it is going to be the last part. I find that is the nicest part, really. It's like the sun coming out there. And I'm just using lots of bow for it. Just let it come out. Okay? Should we try one more time and then we'll move on? And I only want to do it once in the set. I think once is plenty, and then we'll move on. So let's see if we can get it all in the one time. Drunk at night, try in the morning. You should really only do that once. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That works. That plan works. It's really good. Now, one other thing before we leave it. So, the last note of the first part, the A, okay? Don't play an A. Play something else, like an E or a C sharp or something like that. Or something with the A. But I want everybody to pick something and write it in your music right now. Okay? A C or an E or something like that. Okay? With the A would be great. The last note of the first part, it's a long A.
That's the second time.
Both times. pick a different note for the second time. Or not. I know I'm asking a lot, but I think it'd be really cool. Now, let's do the same thing for all of the half notes that end these parts. Okay? Pick a double stop, like we just practiced, any one of them, and do it there. Okay, and that's going to be your challenge when you're practicing this week. Yeah, so. Lots of options. Okay, let's leave that one. The next tune is the Strathspey, Miss Stewart of Grand Tully. Not too hard. And I think it's doable on the border pipes there, Grant. I don't know if you've noticed that, but you probably did already.
Yeah, I did notice that. I'll work on that.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I think it'll be great on the pipes, actually. Anyway, so let's see if we can remember how this goes. Oh yeah, I'm loving this one. Very Scotchy. This tune is eating a whole load of haggis. That's right, right on top of it. Okay, so we're still in A, so that's good. So let's take a look at these phrases. Did we learn the phrases last week, or did we just play it? Just play it. Let's learn the phrases. So here's what I was checking out today. And I was surprised by that B. I thought it would be a G. But it's not. It's a B. So, and it really is. I checked. And it is. It's a B. So. That's the first phrase to me, with a great big B at the end. Let's try it. Not too fast. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. One more time to be sure. Ready? 2, 3. Now the next phrase is pretty well the same, except that's my favorite bit. Okay, that's where they stick you with the ski and do. So let's give that a try. Second 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, go. Pretty good. Let's get her Scotch here. Ready? 2, 3, go. One more time. Ready? Go. Pretty good. Let's try the whole A part. Anybody have any problems? Jeez, I haven't even checked in with the Zoomers. You guys have any problems with the other tune? Oh, good. And so far this going okay? Okay, good. Okay, let's give her a try. The whole A part. One, 2, 3. Again. Sounds pretty good. Let's do it one more time to be sure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, second part. Now, this is where you want it to be a weird rhythm, but it's not. It's just regular. See that? So it's, you don't have any real sandwiches in there. Yeah, except one ends up. Now here's a case where the first bar of this part ends with a long short. This next bar starts with a short long. You see that? So that it makes its own sandwich there in between the two bars. But otherwise, you're just doing long shorts. Okay? So it sounds like this. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, go. One more time, same thing. Ready, go. Okay, then we got the same. Slightly different. Okay, let's give that a try. Ready, 2, 3, go. Okay, do it again. Little weird. Ready, go. And then it continues the same as the first. Yeah, right. And then we got the ending. So let's just try that. Last two bars. Okay, high A. Ready, go. Do it again. Ready, go. Last time to be sure. Ready, go. Okay, let's try this whole B part. 1, 2, 3. Pretty good. Ready, go. Sounds pretty good. How you guys feeling? Pretty simple, eh? See how these guys are feeling. How you guys doing? You doing good? Okay, let's start it from the top and not too fast. I think my family used to have an ending for it. It's kind of cool. Triplets. Yeah, you can kind of figure it out. It's easy. It's just some extra notes. From the top. 1, 2, 3. Sounds pretty good. A little faster? try like that and see what happens. It's an easy tune. You'll feel so good about yourselves. 1, 2, 3. One more. Sounds great. Okay, I think we got that one. Now let's see. We'll play it twice. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. What do you call it there? Earl of Hinford. Yeah. So C minor, but you don't have to worry about playing your A string or your D4 because there's only one A in each part. Okay? So lucky you. Aren't I nice? And then what else? It's 2 flats. So we got to do this. We got to do this. See that? We got to do this. Right? Got to do this one. Actually, why don't we do a scale? So C minor is relatives with?
G minor.
No, that's another minor. No. Yes, E flat major. Yes, right on. So that's E flat major. Now let's do E flat major, and then we're going to do C minor. Everybody looks so confused. Do you know about relatives? Okay, every major key has a relative minor, meaning that it's the minor key, but it has the same key signature as its relative major key. So it's like starting a note or starting a scale on a different note. So for instance, I always use the example of G and E minor. So G major, 1 sharp, right? And you know, everybody knows the shape of that. So now I'm going to do exactly the same shape in my hand. So same key signature, but I'm going to start it on E instead of G. See that? It turns it into a minor. So G's relative is E. C major's minor relative is A. So it's A minor and C major have the same key signature. That'd be the same thing. Here's the C major scale. Right? And if I start that same key except on A, you get an A minor scale instead. Those are relative minors. Everybody got that now?
Yes.
So
Now-
basically, the major, for example, G major,
Yeah.
the E minor would be the 6th note of the G.
Yes, and that's how they taught us to do it in jazz school, which I promptly forgot. And the way that I remember it is the shape of hand. So it's the same shape of hand. So E minor and G have the same shape of your hand. See that? Just different starting notes. So for this one, we're going to do E flat major. Right? And that's going to give us the right shape of the hand, and then we're going to apply that to the minor key. Because it's a lot easier to hear major keys than it is to hear minor keys. Okay? So let's try E flat major. It starts on E flat on the D string. Okay? And so we're gonna play now. The positioning for it is you can't play your A string. It's got to be flat. So instead of the A string, you're gonna play your 4 on the D string. The A1 has to be pulled back. 2 is in the natural. The third finger, thank God, is in the regular place. Can't play your E string. Got to play your A4. Then you go over to the pulled back one, the low 2, regular. Oh no, a low 3. Because that's A flat. Okay, let's try. I'm so sorry, Joanne. Oh wait, you got a keyed flute. You're good. Ready? Go. 4, 1, 4, 1. Down 3, 4. Come down. 4. 4. Open. G3. Low 2. That wasn't too bad at all, really. I've heard a lot worse. Your case didn't like it very much. Gave up partway through. I hate this. Yes. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yeah, yeah. No, you do. I was just showing you what I do. I just do it with the shape of my hand and kind of go from there. So, like, I use the same shape, but a kind of different place on the neck. See what I mean? But yeah, it's tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Since about 1200 and something. Okay, let's do one more time. Lovely. Ready? Go. 4, 1, 4, 1. Down we go. 4. 4. Not too bad. Now, let's see if we can apply it to C. Okay? C minor. So now we're going to do the same shape, but we're going to start on C. Okay? Same pulled back one. And you can play your D string. So let's go. C, D, E flat. Good. 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Stretch it. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. So you see how that works? By magic, you get a different key. Let's do it again. And again, you can play your D string. I always consider it in this key kind of like a mattress that you fall onto. You know what I mean? So you take your finger off and you are in tune for one note anyway. Let's try it again. Ready, go. Stretch it. Because you can get up to C. Anyway, let's come back down. B flat. A. F natural. 4. and C. Now, see if we can figure out the arpeggio. Okay, let's try it. We gotta start with the low C. Remember your odds and evens rule. So we got the low C, that's a 3. E flat, G, C, E flat, G, C. Bang on, G, E flat, C, G, E flat, C. Not bad. Let's do it one more time right away. Ready? C. E flat. G. C. E flat. G. C. G. E flat. C. G. E flat. C. Not bad. That's what we're going to use for this tune. I think we better take a break. Break time. Break time, people. Go soak your hands in hot water or something like that. That's what Glenn Gould used to do, eh? Soak his hands in hot water just before he went on the stage. But he was one of these circulation-obsessed people, which apparently there was a lot of them in those circles. Yeah. We got Eileen, Gerald, Grant, and Marie.
Thanks for bringing it.
Oh, no problem at all. I'm glad that she
Is that coming out? Are you hearing that? No. Okay.
You've plugged in on it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm plugged in.
Oh, just me. Gerald.
Oh, yeah? Email? Email? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? It'll take a minute. I have to go get Ukrainian egg dye tomorrow. We're having the kids over to do the eggs. You ever done that? It's pretty cool. They have these little things that hold melted wax. And you make these designs with the melted wax. And then you put it in the dye. And whatever you wax doesn't get dyed. It's really neat. You do really intricate kind of things. Jennifer's family always did it every year, so keep up the tradition. But it didn't come. Wait. Is this tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They had,
It sounds great.
they've been really drawing in a good crowd with them too.
Lots of musicians, that's for sure. The Piper?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one of the kids from Scotland. Okay, so there's a little group of them that have come.
It's a great tune too.
Yeah.
Do this sometime. It's not that hard. Oh, that's a Cranford. Look at Cranford.
Is that him?
I think so on the stage. Is that him?
Okay, could be.
Can't really see. It looks like his mom, maybe.
Yeah.
No, that's who is that? I don't know who that is. Look like Cranford for a second.
Yeah, this is a kid from Scotland.
On the pipes.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway,
Oh, here you go. Just came.
it came. There, you got it.
Perfect timing.
They had, there was that teacher, and I can't think of his name, over towards San Antonio area, I think. He taught Natalie.
Sam.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, he was there.
He
I
would
think it
be.
was last week or the week before. And who was there? Pellerin?
John Pellerin.
John, yeah.
Cool.
They played a slow air together. It was beautiful.
I guess we better get back to work.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to work. Yeah, I think it's on. He finally emailed me. I told him we were available. I was about to do it, so I think it'll work. Yeah, that'll be fun. I don't know about with them. I think it's just on our own. But we'll see. I think the guy just emailed me and said so he's been in the UK. But I emailed him back, so we'll see what he says. And we will work on a set list for both of these gigs. Because it's a back-to-backer. It's a tour. All right, Zoomers, let's get to it. Pretty cool. Take a little doing. All right, let's see if we can tackle this tune. Yeah. Yeah. I find it's the first phrase that gives you the shape you need for the whole first part. And in the second part, it's the first bar, basically. Okay, people, Earl of Hindon. So let me play it for you, nice and easy. It's a beautiful melody, really. Right? Not that hard. Now, I find that when I was going over it today, first of all, I found I was having a lot of trouble keeping my hand relaxed. Okay? And my dad used to talk about B-flat-itis. So when you're playing in the key of B flat or F or E flat for too long and reaching back for the notes makes your hand cramp, you know? And I found that it was making me kind of clutch the fiddle and make it kind of, I don't know, a lot harder than it needed to be. And I was doing the Grand Northern Migration, okay? But you don't want that. You want to keep her down there. So that's what I found. So try to relax the hand as much as you can in this key. And I found that the first two bars give you the shape of your hand that you need to play the whole A part. Okay, so let's try just this first two bars. Okay, it arpeggiates. Surprise, surprise. Ready, 2, 3, go. Not too hard, right? Do it again. Ready, go. One more time. Ready, go. And then it continues. Okay, so it's kind of a continuation, just a little bit notier. And then the next phrase is almost exactly the same, but it does this beautiful thing of using the low G. See that? Okay. Now let's see if we can get, 2/3 of the way through this A part. So I think we can, and then we'll get the ending. Slow. Here's your C. By the way, your C is getting flatter. It's brighter than you think, right? Okay. Slow. Ready? Go. Okay, not too bad. Now the ending there is your classic kind of scale in thirds, except it's not the easiest scale. And then back down. Let's try that together. So evens or odds and evens, 1 to 3. Ready, slow. Do it again, same thing. Ready, go. One more time to be sure. Ready, go. And we need this ending for the B part too. Now that's not too hard, eh? What are the chords you guys have for those 2 bars?
G minor, E flat, C minor.
So, what's that there? This is 2 bars from the end. What do you have?
2 bars from the end. It's got A flat, for God's sake.
So you should just play a C minor chord there. Okay. And then I think
Well, the next one's B flat, then G minor.
that's fine. Just try it with me, see if the chords work. Just play what you have there and see if they work. Ready? Go. What do you got there?
You went into the first inning, right? So I stopped after the bar.
Yeah, but what's the last chord you played?
C minor.
C minor.
Let me hear your C minor. Yeah. Okay, let's try it again. Something's not adding up there. Let's try it again. Ready? Go. Oh yeah. It'll work. Just gotta work it in.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we try her from the top? Why not? And let's hear your C's. Okay, here we go. Slow. Ready, go. Again. One more time. C stayed good. Did you notice that? Pretty good. Let me check with the Zoomers. How are your C's? Yeah? Do I believe you? I do. Okay, very good. So how's that feeling? Starting to make sense now? Yeah, it's a nice tune. Now, second part. How are you guys doing back there?
It's so much fun.
Okay, second part. So it's arpeggiatic. Let's just do that bar. And I find for this part, that bar is what you need to get your hand in the right shape. Okay, slow. Here's your C. The middle C for the fiddle. Okay, it sounds good. Ready, slow. Do it again. Ready, go. Geez, we're doing great for intonation, guys. I gotta tell you. Maybe I shouldn't have told you. I don't know. Let's do it again. Ready, go. Okay, yeah, next lick. Hardest one. That bar is not hard, but the one that comes before it is. So let's try the two of them. Third bar, third line. Slow. Ready, 4. Do it again. Ready, go. Pretty good. It's getting better. Getting less flat. Try it again. Ready, go. Now for guitar players, this should be like a B flat, eh? Is that what you have there?
E flat.
Try B flat. Yeah. And then C minor. Yeah, that's gonna work better there. Okay. How you feeling? Not too much trauma? Now it's interesting. As we were playing these two bars here are what I had the most trouble getting in when I was trying to play the whole thing, like without the music. Was that bar there? And now that I'm practicing it, I see that it's not that hard. So when you get a sticky spot, it's not necessarily the hard spot. You know what I mean? For some reason, it's just random. It's the weirdest thing. But anyway, it's not that hard actually. Let's try that whole first line. Slow.
First line of the B part.
Yes. Okay, ready, go. Do it again. Same thing. Ready, go. I'd like to do an experiment. I want everybody, don't look at your tuner too hard. Play me your E flat. There's a few of them. Here's what it should sound like. Move your bows. That's better. Much better. So that's it. Now I find that that's the sneaky one when you're moving around these arpeggios. That's the one that could be dangerous. It could move around and you don't notice it. You know what I mean? So watch for that one. Okay, one more time with that line and then we'll move on. Ready, go. Okay, now that last line starts the same way. But it's a bit easier. Okay, let's try that. Just those 2 bars. Ready, slow. Do it again. Same thing. Ready, go. Getting better. One more time. Ready, go. Okay, so now, by rights, we should be able to get through right to the end. There should be no surprises. Let's give it a shot. The whole B part. Here's your C. Such a nice note, that C. Gentle. It's a gentle note. Ready, go. One more time. Pretty solid so far. Slow, but nice. In tune. It's good. Okay, roll the shoulders out. We're going to do the whole thing. It makes me tense, this key. I don't know what it is. I'm so worried that my brother might be better at this key than me. Not much chance, but it is a chance. It's funny, the cousin was at my place and he was telling me about, he's older than me by like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years. And he was telling me about what his impressions were of coming out to our place that we grew up in. First of all, he called it the compound. And he said he had heard about, it's my mom's brother. So he had heard about, Aunt Winnie out there with all these kids and they're playing fiddles and growing vegetables. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what we were doing. And he said, all I remember was going out there and it was never-ending Coke. Coca-Cola. Just like never stopping, never endless Coke. And it'd be like, when he said, when you're on the beer and you're drinking beers here, and then you're like leaving half a beer there, half a beer there. Well, we did that at your place, but with Coke. Anyway, pretty funny. Okay, shall we try the whole thing? Such good C's. Let's hear your C. Lovely. Ready, go. Okay, so we're going to do it single.
Okay.
So eliminate that first ending from your life. Both times. They're both exactly the same, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just the single. I think it's plenty.
And B part's just single too?
Yep,
Which
both of
ending,
them.
the second ending or the first?
Get rid of the first ending. We're going to be doing the second ending every time.
Okay.
For both parts. All right, let's try her again. It's sounding really good. Good C's. Ready, go. From the top. One more time. Pretty good C at the end. Little flat. I think it sounds really good. Now the thing is to not get freaked out about it when you're practicing, okay? Just play the notes, no big deal, whatever. A little bit of pinky, who cares, right? Okay, let's see how the Zoomers are. How you guys doing? Not too bad, eh? Good, okay. So now let's get on to the last tune in the set, which is like a ray of sunshine compared to that one. It's Scottishness. It's in what? Oh yeah, especially the Irish. Yeah, and well, the Scottish too. And the thing is about the Scottish is that there might not be as many minor keys, but when they get them, they sound like that. It's like really dark. So for instance, the Irish people play in E minor all the time, Morrison's jig and swallowtail jig and all that kind of stuff. But when Scottish music plays in that key, it has an edge, you know? Like, so this tune here. See that? It's like real edgy compared to like... That's like downright happy compared to the other one. Yeah, I find it interesting anyway, for sure. Okay, Dunkeld Bridge. So we're back in a major key, thank God. We've dropped a couple of flats. Now we're just down to one flat, key of F, and it's not a hard tune. Let me just play it for you. Easy. For us, no big deal. Okay, so let's give it a try. And it's a single, so let's do the phrases in 4-bar chunks. So let's do that A part. See, it's pretty easy. Here's your F. It's good. 1, 2, 3. Again. That's it. Pretty easy, eh? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. Now, second part's got a little shuffly thing going on. I suggest we do that chunk on its own. Okay? Pick up note of a C, and then A to the F. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. One more time to be sure. Ready? 2, 3. Now the next chunk is easy. Let's try it. Ready? 2, 3, go. Do it again. Ready? Go. Cool. So, by rights, we should get through the whole thing now. We got the ending already. Let's try it. Let's try the whole B part. Oh. There. 1, 2, 3. Pretty easy, eh? Do it again. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Any problems? Doesn't sound like it. Let's check with the Zoomers. How are you guys doing? Any problems there? All good? Okay. Let's start her up from the top then. Same speed. 1, 2, 3. Little faster. One more. Weird ending, but anyway, a good way to end it is this double stop here. So F and C. And it's lovely, isn't it? C natural. Okay, let's see how the Zoomers are. How you doing, guys? Any problems with that one? Yeah, all good? That's great. Now, just for fun and excitement, let's try doing the two reels together. Yes. So that is, what's it called now? This Earl. And then this one here, Dunkeld. Anybody ever hear the Parish of Dunkeld by Silly Wizard? No? Oh my God. I'll send everybody a clip. It's a hilarious song about a parish that gets a new minister and they don't like him because he doesn't like dancing and playing music and drinking whiskey, so they get rid of him. It's a hilarious song. Anyway.
You got dunked at the bridge?
What's that?
You got dunked at the bridge?
Yeah, it's something like that. Something like that. Anyway, okay, let's do it. So let's do them 2 times each, I'd say. Well, actually, let's do it 3 times each for the practice.
Earl to start?
So Earl to start, and then Dunkeld. Here's your C. That's good. Good C's. 3 times each, no faster than what we just did. 1, 2, 3, go. a great change though? The C minor to the F, it's really nice. See how you guys got along. How'd you guys get along? Oh, that's good. Step by step we get there. Okay, so we only got a few minutes left here. What should we do to cleanse the palate, as it were? Any requests? You were always saying that, Earl. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too. You want to do Callum's Road? Let's do it. You'll get it by the second time around. That's what my dad said when I was learned to drive stick shift. The only thing in the driveway to take to work was a stick shift truck. And I said, I can't take that, Dad. I don't know how to drive stick. And he said, you'll find second gear by the time you get to town. He was right. Okay. Okay, full score. Callum's Road. Homeward Bound, and then what? Karen Torish. And that's it? That's enough. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah. Callum's Road, Homeward Bound, using the road to get home to see Kieran Torish. It's a stretch. You too. Look at that. Amazing. Oh, John's getting ready to do windmills. Great big D windmills, man. There you go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. all free to go. That was a workout and a half. I know, aren't we great? Okay, guys, practice hard. Don't throw the fiddle out the window, okay? Keep it in the window. We'll see ya.